outside of running, he can't really go out. This is a little bit greedy if they go for this. This I like more, even though I think that the Renekton, as opposed to the Gnar, has a lot more kill threat, right? Like, if you do make a mistake in that lane, you will get punished way more. And we see that Zeus likes the Proudest Claw. Yeah, sure.
Still go for it.
I don't mind that, yeah.
Yeah, you still need a heavy AP threat. It
works really well.
Orianna, it's the same idea that we had, you know, the past couple of times, especially in game 1, where we did see the Orianna. And there it is, so... He does pick it up, and here we go. Here are our compositions. So, once again, T1 just kind of going with this heavy, kind of run straight at you kind of composition with the Renekton Olaf, and it does fall flat on its face from time to time for this dive.
Yeah, this is perfectly set up here from DRX. Let's see if the execution comes through.
Ooh, Zeus, what are you gonna do? Is this your moment? The sun comes through on the bear stance, and down you go. First blood, 3.5 minutes in, an extremely clean dive, 3 CS for the Renekton, and he'll have to TP back, and a disaster for him to start off.
There is no counterplay to that, right? Like
his Drake priority that he got in the earlier games. Does look like he will now, though, as I say that, so... Moves on down, picks this one up. It doesn't look like Pyosik has enough help from the bottom side to really get on into those Drakes, so... Yeah, I suppose, but at the end of the day, is that worth it? I'm not thinking so, especially when this top lane is still like this. I mean, he's under 30 CS at almost 8 minutes into the game. This is just... It's a disaster up there for the Renekton.
And I think to make matters worse, if they could be for Zeus, normally what I think you'd go is you would go for the Proudest Claw yet again, because it actually allows you to get, like, so you go in...
They're even committing through the teleport. There's no Dominus available, and not enough damage comes out. Faker's teleport will be the thing that saves them. Now Solka just trying to push the lane. He will get away with it. Does not get caught out there, even without his flash. So Faker, you know, he's trying to... It's like he's on a boat and there's multiple holes and he's trying to fill all of them, and, you know, he's bucketing out the water at the same time as managing the sails at this point. Just trying to make sure that the team doesn't fall apart.
Yet again, as Pyosik is top.
Oh, he's back.
He's here.
Wait, what? He's still here. Why are you still bullying this guy? Even Becca's up here. Are they even going to kill him? Please. Okay, they got him. That would have been silly if all 3 members came up and they still didn't get him after all of that bully. They're going to kill Zeus. You know, they're just going to get the free kill. That's what DRX have been all about all game long.
And I can imagine they leave Zeus alone in chat, because it's just... But this is what you do, right? You attack the weak spot repeatedly here as DRX. It's so easy for you to just pick up free kills on the Renekton again and again and again. And T1, they get 2 turrets, but might even be able to turn it around here.
Yeah, I mean, T1 are doing a nice amount of damage down here. It's ultimates being blown as well, just to try to save this tier 2 bottom turret. It's not necessarily a huge deal in this game. As Pyosik for, again, the poke has to land. You know, the Jace has to hit the shock blast. Becca, he's set up in a pretty interesting spot here. They're going to catch Faker. Will they be able to burst him down? There's the ultimate, and they do have the damage to take down that Orianna at the perfect time as a fantastic hook comes out from Becca. He finds the weak Orianna soft under spot, not the Ragnarok Olaf that could have just walked away from that one, and that is a massive pick as DRX pushed down the mid lane.
Absolute disaster for T1. This further gives more control over to DRX, who can take the dragon, can take the mid turret, and really break open the map for themselves, meaning that they get more value out of this Jace. They simultaneously pick up the single one most important member, right? We talked about this. Faker is the one who...
Really nice spot here. DRX should have seen him, but they're still going to get caught out here. There's that Featherstorm we were talking about. Immediate hook comes in, and where is the follow-up? It is just nowhere. The Prowler's Claw comes in. Gooniusi finally able to get a great spot here underneath, but the Jace is just way too large at this point in time, and he's got Moonstaff Seraphine right behind him. So not the easiest point in time here is Pyosik as well. Going to look to run them down. And I'm not sure there's much of an escape here for T1.
Oh no, he's coming.
Okay, well,
he's coming, Valdez.
Now someone play the Jaws music. Here comes Udyr. Or, well, in this case, definitely not Udyr. He's getting on top of them, looking for that 80 carry, gets into the back line, and this was just inevitable. Faker, the last runner, the last unfortunate soul that, yeah, he's just going to get burst down. See you later. Pyosik going to pick up that kill. And DRX, at the end of the day, they kill all 5 members. It only took them a minute and a half.
There is a single upside, and that is that the tempo lead is kind of alleviated by the fact that like they have to change all the way around the map, but it doesn't matter. They're so speedy. They can just run straight to the Baron, and I understand T1's desperation, because like I said, I feel like that is the only way that you win this game, but several of their key carries are at such a deficit, right? Like LM has barely any impact. Zeus has not been a factor this entire game. Means that DRX, if you don't 100-0 and straight up win the fight, which is so hard due to these Seraphine ultimates, you just can't get it done. And this is what you see here as well. Like, they can't necessarily immediately straight on approach, because you need to wait out that Seraphine ultimate. If you funnel into that and you get hit by the Encore, you just lose the fight straight up as well. And yeah, now you're in a position where the healing comes through. You already mentioned it, the moon staff. It's it's disgusting. And you know, I was like, I'd like to see some AP. And here we see why you do go for moon staff, even on the mid lane Seraphine. It's not like you need the AP for wave clear. And in these long drawn-out fights, the value is just obscene.
This is where they love to be, hitting you with those sparkle things from about 5 miles away. Not much you can do about that. Okay. Looks like, okay, we get the pick on Tebeka, but actually it's Zeus who dies at the end of the day. Pyosik going to run down the Kaisa and zoom him away. Gumayusi trying his best, but he does get exhausted. He'll get the Guardian Angel. That's about all that's going to happen. Triple kill here for the Xayah. You could see a Penta. Will they go for it? Looks like the answer is going to be no. DRX still be happy. They just want to take their big win, and boy, it is a big one. 2-1. Over T1 tonight. You can see they are ecstatic in the team house.
Look at them go, and I gotta say, I was expecting T1 to take the final game, but we put our question marks with the draft in the second game, right? And then it was basically a repeat. The Seraphine does come through, but it's not even the Seraphine, it's just the way that you get to see this, and they're just like, we just beat T1, right? Like, this is a team with so much history. And like anyone that's gonna blame Zeus for this, that's gonna like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they're gonna go and be like, oh, this Renekton, he didn't do anything, and he got smashed by Jace. That's not the story of this game. It was just DRX playing the early macro game so incredibly well. And T1, it's back to the drawing board, because the game plan that they went for throughout this series, even when